In this podcast, we're going to talk about case, one of the most basic concepts in all of Russian grammar. And let's start by thinking about sentences. How do we really know what's going on in an English sentence? The cat bit my sister bit the cat. It's a pretty straightforward example. These clearly mean two very different things, even though we're using the same words and the same forms of the same words in each sentence. So word order is the crucial element here that lets us know who's the subject, the cat or my sister, and who's the object. Here's an example that's a little bit more complex. The boy gave a bone to the dog. To the dog, the boy gave a bone. Here we can play a little bit with the word order because that preposition to signals that the dog is the indirect object. But if we take away that little word to, the boy gave the dog a bone. The boy gave the bone a dog. Now, here word order becomes crucial again because that second sentence really doesn't make sense. So for the most part, English uses word order and prepositions as signposts to let you know what's going on in the sentence. Who was acting, who was acted upon directly, and in general, what are the relationships between the words in the sentence? Russian, on the other hand, uses prepositions and word endings that are put on nouns and adjectives to let us know what's going on in the sentence. Let's look at a simple one. Sasha loves Tanya. Now in English, there's only one possible word order. Putting Tanya first would change the meaning. But in Russian, we can change the word order without changing the essential meaning. Sasha любит Таню. Tanyu любит Sasha. That a ending shows that in both of these sentences, Sasha is the subject. The you ending shows that Tanya is the direct object in both of them. So we know that Sasha loves Tanya, but not necessarily the other way around. Now, that's not to say that word order is completely random in Russian. There are patterns, but the meaning of word order generally has to do with context or emphasis. Unlike with some other languages, like German, for example, in Russian you're not likely to make an outright mistake in word order. So try to imitate the general patterns that you hear, but don't worry about it too much. It's the case endings that are the real signposts in Russian, and you really can't manage in Russian without them. So you will be learning a lot of endings. Don't let yourself get overwhelmed by the tables that you see in the textbooks. Just take them one case at a time and be patient. If you have oral drills like those of the textbook Голоса, don't treat them as homework to do once and just be done with them. Instead, treat them like a musician working on scales. The more practice you get, the sooner you'll progress to the point where you don't need to think about endings consciously and where you'll just know which endings sound right together.